Yin entered Jungkook's house casually after one of the maids opened the door for her. In her hands, 2 books were visible. She headed straight to the dining room where Jungkook's mother was having lunch. Auntie. Hi, Yin. Where's Jungkook, Aunt? Oh, he just finished lunch. I think he's in his bedroom now. Why? Planning to do homework? Yes. There's a part I don't understand. I want to ask him about it. Alright. Just go to his bedroom. Okay, Auntie. Jungkook's mother gave Yin a friendly smile and resumed her delayed lunch due to the arrival of their neighbor's daughter. Yes, Jungkook and Yin were not just neighbors but also classmates at school. They hadn't been neighbors as Yin's family had moved next door to Jungkook's about 2 years ago. Now, Yin has reached the 2nd floor and is standing right in front of Jungkook's bedroom door. She immediately knocked, and shortly after, Jungkook opened his bedroom door. His tall figure stood upright with a cold and flat expression. I want to ask about tomorrow's homework. I don't understand the material. Come in. Finally, Yin entered, and Jungkook closed his bedroom door again. Yin immediately went to Jungkook's study desk, took a seat in his chair, opened her book, and prepared to explain to Jungkook the part she didn't understand. Meanwhile, Jungkook approached her. Which part don't you understand? This part. I don't get this part. Jungkook, standing near her, slightly bent his body and began explaining to her how to solve the math problems. Like this. Clear now? Not yet. How about this part? Explain it again, please. Jungkook finally started explaining again until Yin completely understood. Okay, I get it now. In that case, finish your homework first, and I'll check it later to see if it's correct or not. Yin nodded and started working on her homework, while Jungkook walked to his bed, lying down, and playing with his phone. 10 minutes later. Jungkook, I've finished. Can you check if it's correct? Where is it? Come over here and show me. Jungkook remained lying down, his gaze still fixed on his phone screen as he continued playing a game. Yin got up from Jungkook's study chair, walked towards the bed, and sat on the edge near Jungkook's lying figure. Observing this, Jungkook immediately stopped his game. Now, his eyes shifted to look at her, and she handed him the book she was holding. While still lying down, Jungkook checked what she had done, and it turned out there was still a small mistake. There's still a little mistake here, Yin. Upon hearing that, Yin, who was sitting, immediately leaned forward to see the part Jungkook was pointing at. Now, their bodies and faces were very close. It should be like this. You need to correct this part. Do it again until it's right. Jungkook handed the book back to Yin and resumed his game, while Yin got up and went back to Jungkook's study desk. She started working again on the part she got wrong. After a few minutes, Jungkook finished his game. He stood up from his lying position and approached the study desk to check on Yin's progress. This time, Jungkook bent down lower, observing Yin closely. When it was done, Yin wanted to show it to Jungkook again, but as she turned her face to the side, she noticed their faces were very close. The two of them exchanged silent glances as if their eyes were locked onto each other. Unconsciously, Jungkook's gaze shifted to Yin's lips, and Yin noticed it. Her cheeks blushed, and her heart pounded rapidly. After a few seconds, Jungkook intentionally redirected his gaze to the study desk. He stood upright. Is it done? Yes, it's done. Once again, Jungkook checked her homework, and it turned out that everything was correct. Well, it's all correct now. Wow, finally, thank you, Jungkook, for helping me. I'll head home now. Jungkook just gave her a small smile in response, and shortly after, Yin stood up and left Jungkook's bedroom. Today, there's a basketball competition between classes, and several male students, including Jungkook, who is a member of the basketball club, participate as representatives of their class. Their class emerges victorious, and Jungkook's basketball skills, as ace in the club, contribute to the win. Friends from their class cheer joyfully for the team's success. The competition attracts attention from students of other classes, and after the game, as is customary, many female students attempt to offer drinks to their favorite players, hoping for their gestures to be acknowledged. Similar to Jungkook, he is currently surrounded by girls from different classes attempting to offer him drinks. Honestly, Yin always feels irritated witnessing scenes like this, finding it repulsive to see those girls approaching Jungkook. However, as usual, Yin's hope is never disappointed. Jungkook politely refuses to accept the bottles of drinks from those girls. Jungkook, naturally cold towards everyone, for some reason, never accepts drinks from any girl except Yin, who is standing by the basketball court, holding a drink in her hand. It seems like a habit for Jungkook to immediately seek out Yin's presence, and upon spotting her, he smiles and walks towards her. As their proximity increases, without the need for words, Yin sweetly offers the drink to Jungkook, which he promptly accepts. Without hesitation, Jungkook opens the bottle and takes a sip. We're going to celebrate the victory at a cafe shortly. Want to join, hum? Who else is joining? All the players who competed earlier. Oh, in that case, I won't join. It's all guys, and I'll have no friends there. If you want to join, it's fine. I'll be there, and you can always sit close to me. No need, it's okay. Besides, this is your special event, right? I'll just head home after this. Alright then, take care on your way home. Okay. Shortly after, Jungkook is called by his basketball friends, indicating they're about to leave to celebrate their victory. Go on, they're calling you. Okay, I'll head off, see you. Such is the interaction that often occurs between Jungkook and Yin. They don't label themselves as best friends, let alone a couple. They never even thought about what their relationship really is. What they are aware of is that they are classmates and neighbors. As for the feelings in their hearts, neither Jungkook nor Yin ever bothered to think about it. As time goes by, they find themselves at the end of their school days. Today marks the last day of their graduation exams. After the exams, the third-year students gather on the field as they eagerly await the announcement of an event they've been anticipating, the prom night. One of the teachers announced that the prom night event would take place in 7 days, exactly 1 week from now. All students began preparing for the event. Upon hearing this news, the exhaustion and stress from the recent exams seemed to vanish instantly. They all appeared enthusiastic and couldn't wait for the prom night event, as it would be the last chance for the students to gather with their friends. It promised to be a sweet and memorable occasion. After the announcement, the students dispersed freely, and the quest for finding partners for the prom night began. While it didn't matter to some, those without partners felt they might miss the chance for a romantic dance. Now, all the students busily approached someone they wished to be their target, their prom date. While Jungkook and Yin appeared calm standing in the corridor, Yin's heart started to feel restless. Would Jungkook be her partner? Yin hoped for it, but she was still unsure as Jungkook didn't show any signs of inviting her to be his date. Curious, Yin decided to prompt Jungkook to speak. Jungkook, aren't you excited about the upcoming prom night? I don't know. Why is that? Aren't you happy? It's an exciting event, especially as it marks our farewell with friends. We can create so many memories that night. Honestly, I can't wait for the event. Is that so? Of course, but I'm puzzled about one thing: who will be my partner for the event? Yin intentionally said this to see Jungkook's reaction. He remained silent, not responding. Yin was frustrated with Jungkook's behavior. She hoped Jungkook would ask her to be his date. Yin was surprised to see Jungkook remain silent, feeling both confused and irritated. Unbeknownst to them, V, a student from the adjacent class, approached Yin. This left both Yin and Jungkook puzzled, silently questioning the situation. Yin, would you like to be my prom date? Hearing this, both Yin and Jungkook were taken aback. Yin hadn't expected someone else to ask her, especially considering the perception among their friends that she and Jungkook seemed close. Some even assumed they were a couple. Yin stared at V in surprise, unsure of how to decline his invitation. However, a sudden thought crossed her mind. Why reject V when she had been hoping for Jungkook to ask her? The real question lingered. Would Jungkook agree to be her date? Until now, Jungkook hadn't asked her, and Yin looked at him, seemingly indifferent. For some reason, this truly infuriated Yin. It felt as if Jungkook didn't care that V was currently inviting her to be his date for the prom night. Fine, I'll be your date. Okay, thank you, Yin. With that, V left, and Yin once again glanced at Jungkook, who maintained his expressionless and cold demeanor. This time, Yin was genuinely upset with him. It seemed he had no intention of making her his date for the upcoming prom night. After V left, both Yin and Jungkook remained silent, even though they were still standing close to each other. Shortly after, a girl from a different class approached them. Jungkook, can we talk? What is it? Would you be my date for the prom night? This time, Yin was truly shocked to hear what Wendy just said. Her hands started to sweat, and her heart pounded rapidly. She was genuinely curious about Jungkook's response. She glanced at him, who maintained his cold expression. Yes, fine. Wow, thank you, Jungkook. I'm so happy. Honestly, I didn't expect you to accept me. Well, Jungkook, see you next week at the event. Jungkook simply nodded without a hint of a smile. After that, Wendy quickly left, leaving Jungkook and Yin behind. Jungkook stood calmly, while Yin started looking at him with a mix of emotions: sadness, disappointment, and anger. Without saying much, Yin eventually left the place. She walked away without saying goodbye to Jungkook. Yin went outside the school building, headed to the parking lot, and got into her car, leaving for home immediately. Yin hurriedly entered her room, throwing herself onto her bed. She tightly closed her eyes. Her emotional state was far from okay. All of this frustration was directed at Jungkook. Yin was genuinely upset with him. Did he never consider her special? Yet, the reality was that Jungkook had been kind to her all along. Was she expecting too much? Yin couldn't fathom how Jungkook would be with Wendy throughout the upcoming prom night. Just the thought shattered her heart. How would she endure witnessing it firsthand? Prom night, initially eagerly awaited by Yin, had turned into something she wanted to avoid. She wasn't prepared to witness Jungkook with Wendy, especially during the romantic dance. All along, Yin felt like she was the only girl treated specially by Jungkook. So, imagining another girl taking her place beside Jungkook made Yin feel utterly unacceptable. No different from Yin, Jungkook is currently very upset about what just happened at school. Yes, when Yin left without saying goodbye to him, Jungkook also didn't wait long before following her home. Lying on his bed, Jungkook continues to envision Yin's face, the only girl who is special to him. Hasn't his attitude toward Yin all this time made her realize his feelings? How could she still be confused about who will be her prom night date? If not me, then who else? But out of the blue, she accepts an invitation from another guy? Jungkook's mood is truly ruined this afternoon, and it's because of Yin. He may be the type of guy who struggles to express his feelings verbally, but can't Yin understand him based on his actions so far? Since that day, neither Jungkook nor Yin has encountered each other. Despite living next to each other, they both choose to isolate themselves from any interaction. No messages are exchanged, yet a mutual feeling lingers in their hearts: jealousy. The much-anticipated event has finally arrived. All third-year students are slowly making their way to the venue, which is a 5-star hotel in Seoul. The event is scheduled to begin at 7 p.m., and students have started arriving since 6 p.m. Jungkook has already arrived at the event, although he is not particularly enthusiastic about it. His basketball club friends insisted on him coming, and now he finds himself here, joining his basketball teammates. With a hint of anxiety, he keeps glancing towards the entrance, hoping to catch a glimpse of Yin. It's been a week since they last saw each other, with no communication whatsoever. Jungkook's heart truly longs to see her. Not long after, instead of Yin, Wendy arrives with an enthusiastic expression. She appears to be energetically searching for someone, and that someone happens to be Jungkook. And when she found where Jungkook was, she immediately approached him, without permission. She sat next to Jungkook, joining the other basketball teammates. Weird and disapproving glances were immediately directed at Wendy from the basketball club friends, considering Wendy as someone seeking attention. Meanwhile, Jungkook was completely indifferent to Wendy's presence beside him. Jungkook truly wanted to see Yin, even though he guessed Yin would come with V, her partner, for this prom night event. In 30 minutes the event would start. Jungkook saw V entering, holding hands with a girl, but it wasn't Yin. Jungkook was confused. Why wasn't V with Yin? And where is Yin now? Finally, out of curiosity, Jungkook approached V. V, why aren't you with Yin? Oh, I'm not paired with her. Why? She cancelled it. When did she do that? 3 days ago. Suddenly, Jungkook froze upon hearing V's response. He started to worry, pulling out his phone from his pocket with the intention of contacting Yin. This time, Jungkook truly hoped that what he feared wouldn't turn out to be true. He dialed Yin's phone number several times, but it was inactive. His eyes kept staring at the entrance, hoping that Yin would walk in. Jungkook kept waiting. Finally, with 5 minutes left before the event started, Yin still hadn't appeared. With determined steps, Jungkook left the room, heading towards the parking lot and promptly driving his car out of the hotel premises. His current destination was none other than Yin's house. Now, Jungkook has arrived at Yin's house. The house appears somewhat quiet, and the maids inform him that Yin's parents are currently abroad, while Yin has yet to come out of her room. Jungkook also learns from the maids that Yin has rarely left her room for the past few days, only coming out to eat. The maids are concerned, thinking Yin might be unwell. However, when directly asked, Yin insists she is perfectly fine, just feeling a bit tired and in need of rest. Listening to the maids' accounts truly frustrates Jungkook, as he knows exactly why Yin has become like this because of him. Without further delay, Jungkook heads to the second floor to reach Yin's room. Jungkook tried to tap on Yin's bedroom door without intending to call her, hoping that Yin wouldn't suspect that it was him. But one of the maids, and indeed, Shortly after, Yin's bedroom door opened, revealing Yin's surprised face behind it as she saw Jungkook. She was about to close the door again, but Jungkook promptly held it, forcing his way in and now, Jungkook has successfully entered Yin's room. Shortly after, he tightly closed the door of Yin's bedroom. Why did you come here? Shouldn't you be there right now? Wendy must be sad because you left her there. For a moment, Jungkook didn't respond to Yin's rant. Instead, he just stared at Yin from head to toe. It seemed like Yin had taken a shower, as she looked fresh. Trouble. He truly missed the girl now standing before him. Seeing Jungkook remaining silent and continuously gazing at her, Yin eventually left Jungkook. She went straight to her bed and sat at the edge. Shortly after, Jungkook approached, sitting beside her. He observed Yin's face, which now seemed to be holding back various emotions. Jungkook knew that Yin was currently angry, upset, and sad. Yes, Yin's eyes were starting to look red, and Jungkook was certain that she might cry soon. Gently, he held Yin's hand. Yin didn't resist, but she still avoided looking at him, her eyes fixed straight ahead. Yin, I apologize. I'm sorry if I didn't realize what you wanted all this time. I thought, through my actions, gestures, and behavior towards you, you would understand. But it turns out I was wrong. Yin remained silent, not responding to Jungkook. Her eyes were still fixed straight ahead. Yin, I love you. Is that what you want to hear from me? At that moment, tears escaped Yin's eyes, but she still refused to look at him. Meanwhile, Jungkook sighed heavily and continued gently holding her hand. I thought you understood all this time without me having to express it verbally. I sincerely apologize if I didn't grasp your desires. Yin remained silent. Her tears continued to flow. She cried silently without uttering a word. Seeing this, Jungkook became even more frustrated. Baby, stop crying like this. Once again, Yin stayed silent, not responding. Without running out of ideas, Jungkook finally pulled Yin into his embrace, and at that moment, the sound of her sobbing was audible. Yin began to cry softly within his embrace. You're mean. I hate you. Yes, I apologize. Okay, baby. Yin remained silent, only crying in Jungkook's embrace, while Jungkook continuously stroked her head and back gently. Baby, stop crying. Let's go now. There's still plenty of time at the event. You actually really want to come, right? It's too late. It's okay. It's only 7:30 now. The event will finish at midnight. There's still plenty of time, baby. Do you want to dance romantically with me? Huh? At 10, there will be a romantic dance event. Get ready now? Or do you want me to help you change? Hey, what's with you? I'll be waiting for you outside. Jungkook then left Yin's room. 15 minutes later, Yin emerged from her room, ready for the party. She wore a stunning and classy dress. Traces of tears were still visible in her eyes, but her face remained beautiful with light makeup. Jungkook smiled sweetly at her. Truth be told, he was captivated by Yin's beauty tonight. Meanwhile, Yin gazed at Jungkook with shyness. Jungkook noticed that she seemed to be searching for something. Baby, what are you looking for? My car keys. We'll go together. You don't need to bring your car tonight. Oh, okay. They finally left Yin's house and headed towards Jungkook's car. Yin and Jungkook arrived at the party, fashionably late, but there was still plenty of time left. Their classmates are sitting together. Jungkook and Yin quickly joined them. Eventually, at 10 p.m., the romantic dance event begins. Classical music fills the air. All the prom date couples gather, holding each other, including Yin and Jungkook. As the music plays, Jungkook takes the initiative to gently embrace Yin's waist and position themselves. Yin then places her hands around his neck. They move gracefully, following the soothing rhythm of the music, locking eyes. Baby, I love you. I love you too, Jungkook.